Welcome back to another episode of Automotive Insight. Today's repair is a 2005 Audi A6 3.2 liter Quattro. Customer states they're having a starter issue, so let's check it out.
So we're going to take a listen to what the car sounds like. All right, we fixed it. But that also confirms our engine's not locked up.
So during the testing part of that, you saw that the starter clicked, and then the next attempt, it actually started. Once it started, that eliminates a lot of sort of unnecessary tests. Eliminated the engine being locked up. It eliminated the signal wire. We know, or the starter's getting the signal to start because you hear the clicking. But then also it eliminates like a battery issue because it does start, and also any wiring going to the starter itself. It wouldn't hurt to run a battery test. I'm going to replace this battery anyway because it is going on 5 years old, and it's not a bad idea to make sure you have a fresh battery anyway, because a weak battery can cause a starter to go bad. This starter, I believe, has failed for other reasons, and we'll go over that soon. We'll go over that in just a minute. So we're going to disconnect the battery. It's a 10 millimeter. We'll disconnect the negative cable, and we'll tuck it down the side. So underneath the vehicle, the starter is on the passenger side, the lower passenger side of the engine. We're going to remove the lower engine cover. There's about 10 or so little quick release screws. You use a flathead screwdriver, and this big old panel comes down. There were some missing in the fender liners, so there's 2 more on each side. That could be there on the fender liners. This vehicle is old. It's almost 20 years old. Most likely yours is probably gone as well. So as you can tell, it's covered in oil. The customer has declined the repairs. The replacing the starter will fix the current issue, but the longevity, how long it lasts, will be in question.
Don't you mean the lack of current?
What did I say?
It was a joke. The current issue.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So, but anyway, we're going to work on getting this out of the car. We're going to work on just dropping the sway bar out of the way. It's just too convenient. It's 4 nuts. They are 13 millimeters. So we're going to work on removing the B plus terminal. It is a 13 millimeters. A flexible socket and a long extension to kind of get you out here. Makes this part a lot easier because your alternator is right there at it. So we can almost get that off, but the corner is hitting the other plug before we end up breaking things, especially since they're kind of covered in oil. They become a lot more brittle. So we're just going to work on getting the S terminal plug off, and that'll be it for the wires. As you saw, I used a pick on the back side to get it up. I don't know quite how that works or how they want you to push on it like a normal connector. So anyway, all right. Next, we're going to work on removing the lower starter bolt. These are triple squares. The size is an M12. I'm also using a 3-inch extension to get that out in the opening. The upper bolt is a 16 millimeter hex head. Getting access to this one is going to require going through the axle tunnel. I found if I had a longer ratchet, that would be good, but a 1/2 inch doesn't work well. This bolt is kind of long and it is tight. But the platinum flex head ratchets is what I've used to get it out, to break it loose, and that has worked well.
Hey guys, while Little Joe's working on taking that starter bolt out, I want to talk to you about our friends at emanualonline.com. Now, we strive to be the most comprehensive resource that you're going to find on YouTube for certain repairs, but inevitably, we are going to fall short of the OEM repair manuals, and that's where Emanual Online comes in. They've got everything from torque specs to wiring diagrams to diagnostics and more for just about every vehicle that you're going to find on the road. And right now, if you use promo code Automotive Insight 22, you'll get 22% off your purchase up until April 30th, 2025. Now, some benefits of this is that unlike other services, once you download the file, you get to keep it forever. And they're very reasonably priced. So go check out emanualonline.com.
There she goes. Not too shabby. Okay, we got our new starter. This is a Bosch. I believe Bosch is the OE manufacturer of this one. Looking at it in the vehicle, you can see that the starter ears are flush. There is a slight gap in between here. So it took me a minute just to make sure that it wasn't crooked or something, but they're both tight, but there is a slight gap between here and the bell housing. Okay, we'll put our B plus terminal back on. All right. All right, well, that wraps it up. The starter sounds a whole lot better, and it turns over every time. The starter calls for about 1.6 hours to do. I think I kind of agree with that time. Usually European stuff, I'd add 2 hours, just about everything. But the starter itself, you can source it between $200 and about $300. This is a Bosch one. They did have cheaper options if you choose that, but I wanted this to last. Regarding the oil leaks, the customer had declined that. It's hard to say what is leaking on these, just probably about everything. But they just want this to last a little bit longer, and that will do so. But anyway, that wraps this up. May not have all your answers. Hopefully you had some. That being said, see you on the next one. Either it started or I'm about to cross thread it. Bonk. Don't put that in there. Please don't put that in there.